The National Weather Service in Salt Lake City, Utah has issued an excessive heat warning for the following counties or areas: Salt Lake County and downtown Salt Lake City. Effective at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time until 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Temperatures right now are about 86 degrees Fahrenheit and it is expected to go up to 93 degrees Fahrenheit later on in the day. Here is what to do during a heat wave. Limit the amount of time outdoors to avoid getting heat stroke or heat-related illnesses, drink plenty of fluids to keep hydrated, remain in a cool area where there is air conditioning, be careful where you lock, never leave children and or pets in a hot vehicle as it considered fatal for children and pets alone in hot vehicles. The National Weather Service has stated today will be sunny all day with rainfall not expected to happen anytime soon. As the week progresses, it is likely that the temperature could exceed to the triple digits. Stay tuned for more information on this station. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Atlanta Emergency Management. A large fire has been sparked in the northwest area of Atlanta due to excessively hot and humid weather conditions, causing great damage to property and infrastructure. Right now, it is unknown how the fire started, but it could be possible that it had something to do with nature or a gas tank accident. All police forces across the city have been called in and numerous fire trucks are involved to hopefully extinguish the flames. All residents living in Atlanta are advised to stay away from the northwestern part of the city. If you are currently living in the area, then evacuate to somewhere safe. Stay tuned to media outlets for more information and details regarding this dangerous situation.
Immediate evacuation for the city of Edmond. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Edmond Police Department along with the Edmond Emergency Management. A huge fire has been sparked in the southern part of Edmond, due to an explosion of 10 gas tanks that collided with 2 vans that lost control of coordination, and a huge fire is rapidly spreading across the southern area of the city as a result of dry and humid conditions not ending. Around 30 fatalities and 45 injuries have been reported due to the roads getting more deadlier as hot temperatures are making driving much more dangerous and difficult. There are also reports of buildings and homes getting incinerated by the spreading firestorm, putting people's lives in jeopardy. All residents in the southern parts of Edmond are advised to evacuate north immediately. Gather supplies such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, toiletries, your mobile device, and a battery-powered radio with you. This is not something to hesitate, evacuate now. If you don't evacuate, you're putting your life in great danger, possibly face certain death. Police and firefighters have been called to the scene and will try to make efforts to stop the fire from spreading further and maybe extinguish it. Stay tuned for more information and details regarding this dangerous situation. Civil danger warning for Detroit. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Detroit Emergency Management. A strange but dangerous event has occurred in Detroit. Because of the sudden increase of the temperature, many dangerous events have been taking place, causing catastrophic damage to infrastructure and residential areas. There are witnesses of people getting blistering burns from touching the hot ground due of temperatures reaching over 150 degrees or higher. So far, 5 fatalities have been confirmed due to the burns and other heat-related illnesses, all because of the heat wave that is not expected to go away anytime soon. Hospitals are being overcrowded with patients having burns and blisters on mostly their feet due to walking on the hot ground. There have also been reports of many vehicles melting after getting their tires popped because of the excessive heat, while some people have witnessed some cars explode because of this. Some buildings in the area have been reported to be steaming up due to how hot it's getting, and some power grids were frying up due to the heat, causing mass power outages across the area and possibly the rest of the country. It is currently unknown what is causing the sudden increase of temperature, but the National Aeronautics and Space Administration is investigating on what's causing this life-threatening situation to unfold. All residents in the United States and the rest of the world are advised to do the following: stay as cool and hydrated as you can, try to extinguish any fire you see by any means necessary, make sure to drink plenty of cold water to keep hydrated, keep air conditioning or a fan on full blast to keep cool during this event, prepare to evacuate Detroit if it gets worse, put on lots of sunscreen on you if you're planning on going outside so that you don't get sunburned, and lastly, gather as much food, water, clothing, medical supplies, toiletries, and a battery-powered radio with you. Stay tuned for more information and details regarding this hot anomaly.
Good afternoon, Pittsburgh. I'm your host, Alex Wellner, and we've got some breaking news regarding this endless heat wave that has been going around for a while now. There have been reports of temperatures going up from 140 degrees to as high as 165 degrees Fahrenheit, and people were complaining about blistering burns from their body after touching the hot ground. This heat wave has also caused significant damage to areas like Edmund in Oklahoma and Atlanta in Georgia. As of right now, we have an emergency alert that is about to be issued to the public. We now go into the emergency alert system and see what they have to say.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government along with the Federal Emergency Management Agency. There have been many cases of people dying from burns due to the water in oceans, pools, rivers, and lakes boiling up and slowly drying up. There had also been reports of steam from the vaporizing and boiling water from pools, rivers, and lakes. It is believed that the heat wave, which is continuing to get more and more hotter, is causing this phenomenon to occur across the country and the rest of the world. Around 400,000 deaths have been reported due to being either burned or being boiled alive by the water in pools, rivers, and lakes, and it's expected that the death toll from being boiled alive from the hot water will increase as time goes on. This is a dangerous situation and must be taken care of immediately. All residents in the United States and the rest of the world are advised to stay away from lakes, pools, rivers, or anything that contains water in it. If you don't, you will die from the boiling water. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration is carefully looking in this situation to figure out the cause of this life-threatening event ongoing. Stay tuned for more information and details related to this disastrous situation.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Increasingly and dangerously high temperatures have been happening in the United States and the rest of the world over the last few days, causing significant damage to the planet, with deaths being in the hundreds of thousands. There has also been lots of gruesome witnesses of people suffering in the streets of Albany, New York, with their flesh melting away from their bodies. Almost all lakes across the country have boiled up and the water has changed into a blood-rich red color due to the mass amount of people getting boiled alive by the hot water. In addition, a lot of vehicles have melted to the hot ground because of this not-stopping heat wave. Witnesses have heard blood-curdling screams from people being either boiled alive by the lakes or their flesh melting away due to how hot it's been getting. NASA has also announced new information related to this dangerous event. It has been found out that the sun is rapidly expanding and is moving closer and closer to Earth for whatever reason, which explains the sudden increase of temperatures that have been much higher than normal during this time of year. This is a life-threatening situation and it should be taken very seriously. NASA is collaborating with the United States government to make plans on how to stop the sun from growing in size and bring temperatures back to normal level. NASA is also working on a solution to prevent this climate from causing the planet to turn into a hot planet. Stay tuned for more information and details regarding this life-threatening and possibly extinction event.
Oh my god, it's so hot in here. This is NBC News. We are trying to keep up with our crew, but it is way too hot, so excuse my panting. The heat wave that was just mentioned a few days prior has gotten to the point where people were seen having their flesh melting from their own bodies in the streets of Albany, New York. That information just made me feel sick just by giving it out. Holy shit, it is so goddamn hot. I don't know if I could make it out today. God help us, we are in desperate need. Oh no, I'm peeling away. Oh no, I'm melting alive. I can't feel my legs.
We interrupt your programming. This is a global emergency. Important instructions will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and radio stations shall transmit this message. This station has interrupted its normal programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public and assigned areas. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government along with the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. Our world is coming to a complete end. At approximately 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, there have been reports of the sun getting more bigger and heading closer towards Earth, leading to uncontrollably high temperatures across the globe, causing catastrophic damage to our planet. There are also reports of temperatures going from 290 degrees to as high as 335 degrees, with some areas as hot as 500 degrees or higher. Millions have died from the blistering heat and have melted after touching the hot ground. There have been mass blackouts from the power grids getting fried up by the rising heat. Everything is burning up, with the sun moving closer to Earth as each minute passes. Temperatures will continue to go up even further. NASA has also announced some disturbing news. It is confirmed that there will be no way of preventing this event from escalating any further. Blood-curdling screams have been heard across the whole world as this horrendous event unfolds. Humanity is experiencing the path to extinction. Planet Earth is about to submerge with the sun and its rising heat. There is nowhere to outrun it. There is no place to stay calm. Go into panic mode. All residents in the United States and the rest of the world, gather your friends, family, pets, and children with you, and live your final moments. Say one last goodbye to our beautiful planet. If you are religious, pray to your god or goddess. I have selected a course from the Bible, John 3:16, "For God so loved the world, that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life." This concludes the final activation of the emergency alert system. This station will sign off for the final time with our national anthem. Thank you for cooperating during this horrible time, but this is the end. May God help us all.